How special does it feel to be back home?
Oh man, it's surreal. You know, it's one of those deals that, you know, starting off in my career, I always thought, you know, always wanted to be back here at some point. You know, you never know when it is, you know, when you're in this profession. And I just think everything this offseason, it lined up perfectly. The timing was great. It's knowing the goals that Coach Cristobal has for the program, and you know, me being from here, having been a student athlete here, and where I want to see this program, it was perfect timing, and it's been great every day.
What have you seen so far in practices from Henry Parrish and Chaney?
You know, you see guys that have experience. You know, they come out here every day. They want to get better. What I'm most impressed with is that how they take coaching. You know, because you know we're doing some different things, and when you have a different voice in your ear and you strain them on certain things, you always want to see as a coach how guys respond to that, and they both responded very well, and you see them get better from day to day.
For this group, a lot of the scholarship guys are either not currently in or haven't arrived yet, the young guys. So what have you seen from some of the walk-ons stepping up?
They've gotten better every day as well. I think our group as a whole, from the day that I got in here, when I told them what we want to do this spring, we want to get better every day. So from practice 1 to 15, I just wanted to see us progress. Those guys have answered that bell, and I throw different things at them every day to strain them, to challenge them, and they've answered every single one of them. So all three of those guys who are in a walk-on situation, they put themselves in good position to show us as a staff that they can get better and continue to grow at the position.
We've seen situations here in the past at Miami where there's a lead back with one guy who gets a bunch of work, and then there's other situations where 2, 3, 4 guys are all working. What do you sort of envision with this group? Are you a guy who wants a lead guy to emerge, or are you happy with splitting the carries?
Well, I think, being honest, you always want a group that everyone can bring something to the table. You know, every place that I've been a part of groups that have multiple guys that can play, and you know, I feel like we have that potential here with the guys that are here, with the guys that are coming in. We feel really good about. So for us as a coach, as a coaching staff, we don't look right now and say we want it one way or the other. We just want our group to be as best they possibly can, and if our group continues to get better and they compete and push each other every single day, you know, we'll be happy with how it plays out, because that means we'll have a lot of good options to play on Saturdays.
From a run game perspective, what does this offense ask from its running back?
You know, when a head coach is an offensive line coach by trade, and then we have a great offensive line coach in Coach Mirabal, Coach Dawson, you know, coming in from Houston. I know everyone talks about a style of offense and they throw it around and all that, but when you watch them, they run the football. So, and then my background, you know, being in some offenses that have run the ball very well on a consistent basis, you know, we want to run the football, and we want to do it with physicality. We want to do it with toughness, and we're going to make sure that's a heavy part of what we do.
Coach, you coming from UCF alongside Matt Lee, just what type of player is the Hurricanes leader out of Matt Lee?
I can't say enough good things about Matt Lee, because at the place we were last, he was a leader there, and he was an exceptional player. And from the time that I got here, you know, I hadn't even stepped out for a practice yet, and that's what I heard from everyone in the building of what he had shown them to that point. And he's doing that every single day in spring practice. He's an exceptional leader. He's a nasty offensive lineman, which is what you want, but he's very smart, and he does his job on a consistent basis. No matter the tempo of practice, you watch Matt Lee practice like a pro. And as coaches, we say that a lot, but he's a guy that you can watch from a walkthrough period on a day. You know, he's practicing the way that you want him to practice as a coach. So I'm very pleased to be here with him now.
From a recruiting perspective, you know, you coached here down here, high school level.
Yep.
This style of offense, how attractive is it going to be to the South Florida?
I think it's very attractive. Every year you always talk about, you know, what you want to do as an offense. I think our offense, it presents a lot. You know, we're able to throw the ball downfield. That's what Coach Dawson has done a lot of, and he's done it well at every place that he's been. And then, like I just spoke on, you know, having guys that have had so much success running the football and blending those things together, that's what kids want to see. And, you know, for us, we're just focused on trying to get our guys better who are with us right now to be able to put out the best product and show everyone how good our offense can be on a consistent basis.
Coach, you had, while you were at UCF, you had different styles of running backs. Obviously, Chaney and Parrish were different. Just with that, but what's important for you that a running back has to have?
I think no matter, when it comes to, you have guys that are bigger guys and they can be more physical runners. You have guys that are smaller guys and they can do things on the edge and create problems for the defense in space. I think as a running back, though, no matter your size and all that stuff, you have to have a physical mentality. I think you want to run the ball downhill. You want to be able to develop that kind of mindset as a back. Because you have that kind of mindset, you're going to be able to not only be a physical runner, but you're going to protect with physicality. And that's what we want our guys to do. We want tough, physical running backs. And everything else aside from that, we're going to let their skill sets kind of take care of that. But we want tough physical guys that are willing to do the dirty work, play without the ball, because that's very important to me as a coach. I want guys that play just as hard without the ball as they do with the ball. So our guys hit at a lot, and you watch those guys on the field, you're seeing that get better from day to day.
How involved in the passing game are they in terms of catching balls out of the backfield?
Yeah, and that's what they do all that. This system, it's a system as a running back. You're going to be able to come here and do all the things that you want to do to reach your ultimate goals. A lot of those guys want to play at the highest level. So you got to be able to show that obviously you can be able to run the football, you got to be able to catch the football, and you got to be able to pass protect. This offense puts you in position to do all three of those things and develop yourself from year to year to be able to show people that you can do that consistently at a high level.
So a few more questions for Coach.
You recruited both Mark Fletcher and Chris Johnson while you were at UCF. What do you see from them? Obviously, they're not here yet, but while they were in high school, that could contribute here.
You see tough physical runners, and then you see guys that can create big plays. And that's what we want. We want, they are both backs, and they complement each other very well. When you look at and you're talking about taking two backs, that's like the perfect complement. A big physical runner. And when sometimes we think big physical runner, we think a guy just run the ball downhill, but that isn't who that kid is. He's skatey, he can create plays in the open field and then make big plays. Then the other kid, he's able to get the ball out in space and get your offense off the field in a hurry. So when you have guys that can do that, you love that as a coach. But they complement each other well, and more than anything, they're great human beings. They're great young men that I really look forward to coaching, and I can't wait for them to get here to be a part of this group.
Coach,
This is the last question.
With your track background, are there things that you did teach running backs, either with speed or maybe to improve just a little bit? Is there anything?
Yeah, run fast and be tough. I ran the 800 meters, which I think is the toughest race in track and field. So I coached them with that same mentality. But when it comes to the speed side of it, again, we talked about recruiting guys that have that ability. Get us off the field in a hurry. Be able to get us up, go from 0 to 60 to 80, whatever it is, be able to get us off the field. But we're going to be tough. That's my mentality. That was my mentality as an athlete, and I coach the same way. And I better see that out of every single one of the guys that I put my hands on.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank y'all.
Thanks.